this week on the Isaac Carree Show.
Maverick City outstreams the entire gospel industry combined.
I believe that.
By themselves.
I believe that.
If you add up every other artist's streams and just compare it to Maverick City, they outstream everybody else combined. And what that is telling you is that clearly what they are doing is what people want to hear. Stop fighting the tide. People keep saying, we want choir music back. Choir music would have never died if people wanted to listen to it. We need to do more quartet. If people want to listen to quartet, it would still be a thing.
Wow.
You don't see, like, when people stop consuming something, they don't want it.
First off, they done get that boy a show. Some of y'all like, hell nah. But heaven only knows what he gon' say. On any given day, it might be cray. Still gonna be at church on Sunday, yeah. It's about life and love and all of the above, yeah. Only God can judge, that ain't me. You can speak your truth, ain't nothing they can do. It's a safe space with Isaac Carree. Ooh-wee. The Isaac Carree Show. The Isaac Carree Show. Yo, welcome back to the Isaac Carree Show! Yo, well, we promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us God! I'm telling you right now, today is gonna be an amazing show, but before we get started, you know how we do it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I need y'all. Y'all been coming in, y'all been enjoying it, so hit the subscribe button, like it, and share it with everybody you know. We need your support, I appreciate that. Listen, I have the disruptor of all disruptors in the building today. This man, I'm telling you, y'all about to learn a side of him that for people who don't like him, don't know him, don't understand him, today is your show. I'm gonna make some people mad with this one, but some people gonna be like, I like it. Yo, here it is right here. Norman Gyamfi is a visionary, entrepreneur, and CEO of Insignia Assets. He oversees Maverick City Music, Undivided Touring, 3 Diamond Entertainment, and Tribl Records. With no formal background in music, he became a 3-time Grammy Award winner, led multiple Billboard #1 albums, and revolutionized faith-based touring through partnerships with Live Nation, AEG, and WME. Grounded in faith and driven by innovation, Norman is reshaping the future of inspirational music on a global stage. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one, and he's the man. Welcome to the Isaac Carree Show, Norman Gyamfi! My man.
All right, that wrote a good bio, bro.
Norman, thank you for pulling up, man.
Anything, I wasn't missing for the world.
Bro, you're a busy man. You're all over the world. You're changing people's lives. And I called up, first of all, Norman don't answer the phone much, and he don't respond to texts. I sent him one text and said, I'm doing my podcast, bro. I would love for you to pull up. He said, yep. That was all he said. Then I hit him a few legs. Hey, you still gonna do it? Yep. I hit him again. I said, hey, bro, it's coming up. Send me the info. I said, I need your bio. He didn't reply. Then I hit him again. Norman, I need your bio. He got his people on the phone. Hey, send Ike the bio. I said, we good? Yep. And he's in the building, man. I'm so happy to have you, man. This is an honor. I don't take it lightly. I know your time is valuable. My team is so grateful. Everybody was like, y'all think he gonna come? It was almost like they were scared. I was scared, Norman.
I'm coming. I don't do it. You know me, man. I'm a behind the scenes guy. I don't do a lot. And I don't talk a lot either. You know, so a lot of people don't even know who I am. But, you know, if you ask me to do something, I'm gonna do it.
He always
do anything for me.
He's always come through for me. Man, let me see. Let's see where we begin. There's so much going on. Can you take us back to the beginning? How did you even get started in the music business?
Well, that's a good one. So I had just graduated Georgia Tech. I went into like regular management consulting. But my sister married a gospel artist, Travis Greene.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Travis and Jackie.
Yeah, so my sister is Dr. Jackie Greene. My brother-in-law is Travis Greene, or Pastor Travis Greene, down at Forward City Church in Columbia, South Carolina. And so, like, I knew what he did, but I didn't think it was no money in music. You know what I'm saying? Like, not in Christian music.
Right.
You feel me? So I was doing my thing, they was doing their thing, and you know, I just would notice little things and I would speak on it. But at like one of his birthdays, in like 2023. I said, I had prayed and I said when he started his church, I was gonna be there to like help him start it. And he was literally starting his church and I had got like a word from God in the shower. He was like, you need to go to Columbia. And so I called Travis and I was like, yo, man, what you got going on? He's like, bro, crazy. We start the church this weekend. Y'all should come down. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I just got a promotion at work and everything. So I started driving from Atlanta to Columbia every day. So we would drive 7 hours to go to church in Columbia, but we lived in Atlanta.
Right.
And so we did that for probably like a year. Me and my wife, we would go to 6 a.m. prayer, everything. We leave at 2 o'clock in the morning, get up at 6 a.m. prayer, all of that. So that's kind of like that show, I guess that kind of showed him like how dedicated of a type person that I was.
Sure.
But I think at the time he was managed by somebody named, he was managed by Monica Bacon at the time, and he had a song called Made Away.
Right.
But they didn't have a video for it. And I called him, I was like, why you don't got a music video? He's like, what you mean? I was like, why don't you have a music video? It's your biggest song. He's like, I don't know, the label hasn't done one. So we called a meeting, went to the label. This is when I met Phil, Gabby, and all of them.
Right.
It's my first meeting that we flew to Nashville. I had hired this attorney named Denise Brown Henderson. And we went down to the label. I ain't say nothing the whole meeting. I just sat in the meeting and listened. Like everybody else talked. Monica was talking about this tour she was doing called the Worship Tour that ended up happening. I mean, it didn't end up happening. Y'all didn't have people at that time that knew what they was doing. But so I sit in the meeting, and so I was started thinking. I really got an understanding of what the lack was in the gospel industry. So from there, you know, what was. I started working at the church pretty much full time. I did it I did it as like a volunteer for like a year. Okay. You know what I mean? Because me and my wife, we had done well for ourselves. My wife still had a job, and that's kind of like the start, the genesis of me like coming into music was my brother-in-law Travis and working at the church.
I'll never forget you managing Travis once you took over. And one of the biggest things y'all did was Travis did Donald Trump's inauguration the first term. And Travis caught some flack, but he came out unscathed. He came out no scars from it. His career took off, and you were behind the scenes and you navigated that thing. How did you know, like, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna handle the backlash?
So, I bet a lot of people don't know, but back then I did everything for Travis. So I managed his socials, I was his assistant, I did everything. So it was twofold. One, can't take glory away from God.
Right.
God, he prayed about it, God told him to do it. So when God give you a word, whatever outcome from that happens, it's good.
Right.
So if he lost everything, he was intended to lose everything, right? But clearly that's not what happened. So we didn't do it. And God told me one thing. When I got the call from the White House, I was actually on the toilet at my house. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I was on the toilet. He said, do not negotiate the rate. He said, whatever they offer you, just say yes. And I'm a shrewd. So we said,
absolutely.
It's like asking me not to think. Like, he told me not to negotiate. So when you see all these stories about this person got $1 million, this person got 100, this person getting 900,000, all this, I'm sitting here like, we just got 20 grand. That was what Travis was going out for then. We did it for his normal rate, his normal fee, normal travel. That's it. We didn't get paid a whole lot to do the inauguration. We literally, God told me not to negotiate. They literally, this is what they said to me. What do you typically go out for? And I was like, shoot, we go out for 20, 25,000. It's done. That was it. And so I think because I listened and did what God said, that's why Travis ended up being unscathed. We did one interview with TMZ. That was it. He didn't do it to be famous. He did it because God sent him there.
Right.
And so I think a lot of people, and not to speak, because I know Chrisette been talking about, well, why she got all the backlash and all that. I can't speak to her. I can't speak to why she went. I don't manage her. But at the time, I told him, the black church is the most forgiving thing there is.
100%.
First off, everybody know I'm a Trump voter, regardless how y'all feel about that. So I was supportive of it anyway.
Okay.
And beyond that, he's the president.
Right.
So you honor the president. That's in the Bible. You honor the kings and queens of whoever they are. So I thought that for him, it was a thing to do. because it was gonna bring notice and attention to a space at that time.
Right.
We had, I mean, gospel was, it was doing its thing, but I thought it could go better. But also, I deleted every negative comment that ever came. So that he never saw a negative comment. He still to this day has never seen a negative comment. And I stayed up all night, probably 6 o'clock in the morning. I would delete every single negative comment that came through. This was before they had keywords. Now you can hide words.
Right.
This is before that. You couldn't hide nothing back then. You had to literally go delete them all. And so I think really and truly it broadened his audience.
Absolutely.
I think that was the beginning of what I call the brown worship or black worship.
Yeah.
You had songs like Made Away, Break Every Chain, you had You Deserve It. I think that kind of ushered in that next piece. But all in all, I mean, nobody was happy about it. The publicist at the label, she gave me an earful. Aaliyah, shout out Aaliyah. She wasn't down with it. But for me, I thought it was something he should do. I really did. I was one of the few people that thought, to a point, his pastor, when you in the pastoral realm, pastors have pastors. His pastor called him, and I was on the phone. We talk about this sometimes. His pastor was like, he was getting ready to go on stage. I said, if you're not going to tell him something from God, if it's something personal, then I'm not giving him the phone. And he said, you're not going to give Travis the phone when I call? I said, I'm not giving him the phone. So if you're going to disagree with God, I told him, I'm not going to give him the phone. I never let him get the phone. And we ended up going to do the inauguration.
Oh, my God. You told Travis's pastor that.
Yeah, I did. God told me to say it. It wasn't for me. It was just like, there's moments. When in the Bible, I can't remember, I think it's John the Baptist's dad, and he kept speaking against his wife getting pregnant, and he muted him. He muted him. There's moments where even the best people have to stop talking. That was her husband. So
that's good. Y'all clap it up for that right there. That's a bar. There are times where you got to mute people because they will literally get in the way of you doing exactly what God told you to do.
Absolutely, because what God asks us to do don't sometimes look right.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? If I want this building to fall down, I tell us all to go walk outside around it 7 times. Y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but that's how the wall of Jericho feel. You know what I'm saying? It looks crazy. He built the ark in a drought. You know what I mean? Like, it always gonna look crazy what God asks you to do, and you're not gonna have the supply for it. That's how you know it's him.
Yo, that's so good, Norman. That's so good. And what was the turning point that you made when you knew that something different had to happen to resurrect or reshape the Christian/gospel industry?
I mean, I'm gonna be straight up. I knew it the first day. Y'all, it was stale.
Mm-hmm.
There was no infrastructure, I shall say. So when I looked at Christian music versus gospel music, everybody had a manager, not a homegirl, not an auntie. Everybody had an agent.
Right.
They didn't go church to church to church. They toured.
Right.
They had infrastructure. And so when I came in with Travis, he had Monica as his manager. He didn't have no agent. There was no touring opportunities. They was going church, and they was making good money going church to church to church, but I knew it wasn't sustainable.
Okay.
Because this is the thing about when you do church gigging. Churches only need you if their worship team sucks. And as time goes on, talent was increasing. Access to talent was increasing. So now a pastor can go on Instagram and see somebody that can sing, and why I can pay him $90,000 a year. Why I'm gonna keep paying people $25,000 every weekend? Right. When I can pay one dude to get up here, I can pay Todd once. He'll get up here and kill it every week. We're gonna put together an amazing worship team. I remember saying, this way of making money not gonna last. Because as churches went more towards worship music and the pandemic showed me, once everybody learned how to stream, it was over. Because now everybody needed good worship. Right. You had to entertain people at home. It never came back. The only church that still be bringing people is the church in Detroit, Triumph. That's it. That's the only church that still bring people. And I think he just likes it. He doesn't have to. He can hire anybody. So, that's 9 services. That's a lot, but
but they pay good though.
They pay good. But that's what I'm saying. So what I noticed in the marketplace was nobody was capturing content. Mm-hmm. So me and Travis had done this show in Africa. There was 1 million people there.
Yes.
And
the experience, right?
The experience. I literally said to him, bro, we should have captured this. He's like, what do you mean? I said, Travis, when I say to people, like right now I'm telling y'all, Travis performed in front of 1 million people. Everybody has a different idea in their mind what they look like. You probably see a room with 1,000. Some people literally see a room with 1,000 people and say, wow, that's a lot of people. Right. When you see 1 million people singing somebody's song. That's like when Chris Brown went to South Africa. He had 300,000, 100,000. Travis performed in front of 1 million people. I was the 1 million.
That's crazy.
1 million people. And they were singing his songs word for word. I said, if we show this, people gonna think you larger than life. So we came up with this campaign called Travis Greene World Tour. We I hired Kayla Madonna. Y'all know Kayla Madonna. You know the red hair girl? You don't know Kayla?
I don't know Kayla.
She from Atlanta.
I don't know.
She red has to take photographs all the time, photographer.
Okay.
So I hired her as a videographer. I said, you gotta learn how to do video.
Okay.
So Kayla was my first employee ever. So we took Kayla all around the world. They went to Dubai, we went to Antigua, Anguilla, we went to Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Lagos, South Africa. I took him everywhere. And we took a camera and I routed it like it was tour, put a flyer up called the Travis Greene World Tour, and that was the start of my marketing company, the ICO Group.
Got
So the ICO Group is really what I built to fix the holes I saw in gospel.
Got you.
That's what it was. It mainly was around content creation. There was no Dillons when I started.
Right.
There was nobody in this space doing content. So the first, we was the first people, we shot videos for every song, and we shot content wherever we went.
Yo, that's crazy. So let's go here. What was the transition like from going from Travis to Mav?
Okay, now that was crazy. So Travis had been on this run. We had 5 Grammy nominations back to back, number one after number one. We had did sold out tours. And I think I had took on 2 more clients, J.J. Harrison and Israel Houghton.
Okay.
By this point. And I think in any relationship, especially when you family, it becomes this navigation of egos. You know, I'm the rising star exec, he the rising star artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think in gospel for a long time, it was like one manager, one artist. So like Ty and Kelvin, or Kirk and Ron, or you knew when you seen somebody, you knew who their manager was. You know, it was like freaking frat. You know, that's how it was. What's his name? Ricky Dillon and I can't think of the other dude's name. What's his name? Who? No, it's not Ricky Dillon and Kip.
I can't.
What's the little dude now? I can't think of his name either right now. But you knew it. It was like this symbiotic relationships. And I modeled myself after Scooter Braun. That's what I saw. When I come in anything, I'm not comparing myself to what's elite in that space. I'm comparing myself to what's elite.
Period.
Period.
Yeah.
Just period. So the best run management company I thought at the time was Urban Asoff and Scooter Braun. Urban Asoff is full stop. Scooter Braun had, SB projects. And that's what I believe was necessary in gospel. So I wanted to build this organization. So that's why I started hiring managers to work with me.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was the pathway to success. And so during this time, we moving, the pandemic hit, my marketing, nobody's moving around.
Right.
So you gotta find a way to make money.
Right.
Maverick was the only one still doing things, and I got lucky. There was a clubhouse where everybody was talking junk about Maverick.
Yes.
There was a clubhouse,
I was on that.
all the execs was talking junk about Maverick, because I didn't start Maverick. I bought into it. But I knew the kids. Chandler came from my church. Dante used to sing with Travis. Aaron Moses was our keys players. I knew the kids. And so I knew the owners because I met them in London. The way people were talking down on them and what they had done, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really thought that.
It was unwarranted.
Beyond it was unwarranted, it was short-sighted.
Gotcha.
Like, it was really short-sighted. If you were looking, like, people look at now. So, like, people are looking at right now, and they see gospel right now. I see it 5 years from now. Like, not where it is, but where it's going. So, you have to look at what is bubbling. And so what you saw under the surface bubbling was churches had stopped singing traditional gospel music.
Right.
And the churches that were growing were singing worship.
Okay.
So, what I knew, because I had worked in the church, was that when we redo the big worship songs, like if you see Todd do It Again,
right.
That's an elevation song, or you see him do Goodness of God,
right.
It feels different than when Jen Johnson does it at Bethel,
right.
Than when Chris Brown does it at Elevation.
Right.
And so what I saw in Maverick was the perfect storm. You had black kids with, respectfully, white writers,
Right.
and producers. So they were training them not to oversing, to sing it, to be singable, and also they were making content during the pandemic when everybody wanted God. You know what I mean? And they were great songs. It wasn't like, we gonna get over it, we gonna get over it. They were making music that resonated with people because the reality is we didn't grow up like our parents.
Right.
I grew up with a two-parents household, both of my parents doctors. I don't know nothing about no struggle, no disrespect to anybody that does. I ain't grew up on no food stamps in the hood.
Yeah.
So my kids can't relate to, like the way Never Would Have Made It hit my grandma don't hit me the same way.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? It's different. We relate to a different story. We relate to our struggles today, and I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm just speaking to the general young black kid. Our struggles today are more internal than they are external forces. Yes, there's still racism and all that stuff exists, but, we getting up, going to work, the bills is paid,
Right.
We got the cars, so like a song like, if he dresses the lilies, it's like, dang, God will keep me fly. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. Like now, it's like, promises, it's like those songs were resonating when it's rest on us. It's like, it's more about the presence of God. It's more vertical
Right.
than it is horizontal.
Right.
And so what you got with Maverick was you got the type of music that was expanding and the best talent. And you put those two together, and I was like, shoot. The solo artist thing cool, but these jokers can fill arenas. I saw it then. I knew God had gave me this vision of worship music filling arenas, and I always thought it was gonna be somehow, because the reality is, a lot of people don't know this. We were gonna do a group called Undivided with Travis and Israel, and they were gonna run it, and we were gonna put these artists together very similar to Maverick.
Okay.
This was it's 2017, Maverick started in 2018.
Wow.
But we couldn't work it out for various reasons. But if you look in the notes in my phone, you'll see we had these names, and Chan was one of them. What's the dude name he's from Arizona. Oh my Lord, white worship leader. Can't think of his name. But the fact of the matter, what I'm saying it for is, God was putting collaboration in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And what you saw with Maverick is you saw this collaborative effort, you saw this thing, this ethos of, we gonna disrupt this whole thing. Mm-hmm. And for me, the transition was, I stopped working at the church, the pandemic had hit, marketing was what I had. I owned all these cameras, I had this big company, we were doing marketing for Lifetime, BET, and all of this. And I basically just went, I was flying to Atlanta to meet with Tony and JJ. I ain't even telling the whole story the way it should go. So I'm gonna back up. We got a little time.
Yes, sir.
God dropped them on my heart in my office in June.
Okay.
Earlier that year. And he told me just to call them. Call JJ and Tony. So I was like, all right, cool. They never answer the phone. You talking about I don't answer the phone? They never answer the phone.
That's a fact.
They never answer the phone. So I'm calling. I'm like, dude, all right, why you want me to call these randoms? Because at that time, Maverick was some little chumps to me.
Right.
I'm the one who got the big artists. We running worship. Me and Travis, we running this. What I'm calling them for? You got my old background singer leading your thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm just keeping it. So like, you think about Maverick. Now you gotta think about what I thought about it then. I want y'all to know, I ain't calling because I'm thirsty now.
Right.
We killing it. You feel me? And ain't no pride in, I'm just letting it know, I'm just letting it get the story right.
Absolutely.
So, I think that October, Chan hit me. And Chan, this is, I fired Chan from my church. So this is like,
You said you fired Chan from the church?
From our church, yeah, I did. I used to run the church. I was the executive pastor at our church. So yeah. Young kids, man, you know how it go. Travis don't play that, man. One thing about Travis Greene, he don't play that. He run a tight ship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna sit you down. You gonna have to get out. If you ain't doing it the way you supposed to do it, it ain't gonna work for you with Travis Greene. You know what I'm saying? He don't play that. So they don't play that. Now he has got, as a leader, excellently, has grown, has matured so much. This early on in our church.
Yeah, facts.
It's early in the church day. He probably been a pastor for 2 years. And he had Chan since he was 16-year-old, a little kid. Chan grew up with them. That's like their son.
Right.
So Chan calling me was a big thing because we had been separated. This is when Chan was at
All Nations.
Yeah. What's called Belong now.
Right.
But, yeah, All Nations don't exist, do it. But
Oh my God, it do.
there's still an All Nations? All the
Matthew
churches
Stevens is a pastor of All Nations, but
all the churches changed their name.
Yeah, LeBron is belong now.
No, but all of them changed their name. JJ Church got a new name.
But it's only one left. No, we'll stay here.
What?
Matthew Stevens is the pastor of all nations, but the rest of them that were in that Reformation have different names now.
Oh, cause so he got rid of the denomination. All Nations used to be a denomination.
Yeah, but that's the name of his church too.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I didn't know he still had a church.
Yeah,
Well,
he
respect.
got one in New York and one in Chicago.
Still?
Uh-huh.
I thought they changed the one in Chicago.
That's his. That's headquarters.
Okay, cool. Well, shout out to All Nations. Didn't know.
Anyway, that's what Chandler was.
So that's what Chandler was. And so we talked, and he was like, he needs some help. And so I was like, all right, cool. So then I'm still calling JJ and Tony. And finally, when they doing the recording for Old Church Basement, we linked up. We met up in Charlotte. You know, it was great. That's right after the clubhouse. I'm taking up for them. We keep going. We started doing the business together. And eventually, I just got busier doing the stuff with Maverick. And now we're trying, I think he hired a different manager. And we just went on our ways.
Yo, that is so crazy. I remember those clubhouse days. I met you with Travis around that time. And you was like, I was one of the ones that was like, hey man, because I remember Travis telling me, because Travis called certain people that he had relationship with during the Trump thing when he made the decision. I was one of the people that he called just like, yo, I'm probably about to get killed, but I'm telling you, God told me to do this. So he called certain people. Certain people told him what they said. And I remember I was with y'all somewhere. We was somewhere live together, and Travis told me, I was like, man, do what God tell you to do. I said, it don't matter what people say. And you was like, I mess with you. You didn't even know me. He was like, I mess with you. Because most don't have his back. I said, no, and from that moment, bro, you have always been consistent. Now, you are different type of Norman. Norman, this is what I say about you. This is why I see you as a disruptor. Because you don't care about how you get it done.
You gotta get it done.
You gotta get it done.
Absolutely.
It ain't gonna be illegal, ain't gonna be dishonorable, but you may not like the way I get it done.
Yeah.
But the results speak for themselves.
Absolutely.
And you don't mind calling people to the table.
Absolutely.
You don't talk about people behind their back, you get in their face. I never forget, I called them when we was on tour. And the background singers, we were having some issues, and they asked me kind of to be, since I was the oldest one, be kind of like the spokesperson for the background singers. Y'all have issues. So I had Norman's number, I could call him, when he answered. So I was calling him because he would never answer. So finally he was like, what, man? What you want, man? Y'all on tour, y'all making money, what y'all need? I gave him my issues. So Norman had come out for about like 8 dates. And I forget, we was in Fort Worth, Texas. Norman walked to the dress room. He took off his diamond-encrusted Cartier glasses, put them on the table like, what y'all want, man? And he sat down and listened to every background. Now, here's the thing. Giving us hell, going through all these changes, he sat down and listened to every background singer, and he started the meeting by saying, I can get a background singer for everywhere, anybody. I can get anybody to do what y'all do. After he said that, we all, about 6 of us, we expressed our feelings. He said, I never saw it the way y'all explained it until y'all just explained it. He said, context is everything. I see it from y'all's perspective now. He said, certain things I'm just not gonna do as a person who's running a tour. Certain things I'm just never gonna do because it's stupid. That's how tours lose money. But there are things I will do. Not only did he honor what we were asking, he gave us extra money. So I was like, he different. His approach is what people can't get past. And one thing I honor about you is you don't care. Where did that come from? Is that the African in you?
African. I mean, I gotta grew up as a loner too, but probably me being African. Also, it's just like, I think I was graced. I think God graced me that way because I have like a pastoral call on my life. And you can't care about what people think when you're doing the will of God. It's
good.
That you just can't. But you have to care about how you treat people.
Fact.
Now I'm trying to get better at how I treat people. Like my approach not being so, it seemed to be dismissive to the honor of a person. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be forthright and forthcoming and straight, brash, whatever you want to call it, but you don't have to be dishonoring to a person.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
Like I could not like somebody hair. I don't have to tell y'all like I say, baby, you should do your hair like this instead. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I mean. Like, but before I was like, girl, your hair messed up. Your hair ugly. Or I don't like your outfit. Instead of saying, baby, you should wear this. So for me, I think that I'm also call it no nonsense. I hate small talk.
Yes.
Like I know you if you calling me, you want something. Like we ain't homies, bro. You work for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't confuse that. I think a lot of times people confuse the nature of a relationship.
Right.
Like you and I are actually friends now. Like I don't really consider most people my friend.
Right.
So I don't care if they never talk to me again.
Right.
So that's just how I am. So I just look at it from the standpoint of if you straight up, people know you to be straight up. So if you heard somebody say, I said something behind your back, you know they lying. Because I would just tell you to your face.
Right.
So, I mean, I really think it's partially because I'm African. I come from the country. So in the country, everybody know everything about everybody, so you couldn't lie. I grew up in a town with 8,000 people. Everybody know everything about everybody. You can't act like you're rich. Everybody know where you stay, bro. You can't act like you got more clothes than you got. We see you every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not in the city. I think people learn to be facades almost.
Yeah.
In the country, that ain't gonna make it. You gotta be who you are. Because I'm from the country and I'm African, it's like you just gotta be who you is.
Gotta tell somebody, can't keep it to myself. I'm just a nobody, trying to help somebody else.
Listen, Maverick broke a lot of traditional Christian norms. Was that intentional or was it just God?
No, it was intentional. Maverick broke because the gospel norms wasn't working no more, man. Y'all sing too hard. Y'all over-sing.
Good God.
Stop doing that. Nobody want to hear no runs. They look at runs. They don't want to sing runs. That's why R&B and pop, that's why pop is more popular than R&B. People like singable music. Wow. They want to, like you would rap, that's why Chris Tomlin was the greatest worship leader ever. Why? You want to know why?
Why?
He's not the best vocalist ever.
Wow.
So people like to hear music. They think, oh, I could do that. That's what's going to happen at a church. If a worship leader hear you singing, he think, I could never do that. He's not going to sing the song. Like, why would he? If you sing a song in a way that, like, it's congregational, that's why the mix on their stuff is different. We mix towards us singing. They mix towards the congregation singing. You'll hear a lot of loud audience, BGV, more instrumentation. Barely, you're gonna hear the main vocal, but it's different. The reason in that is that makes you want to sing. The way you get people to love a song is they sing the song. Think about it. Think about the songs you love the most. You know all the lyrics.
Right.
And then you hear a song, it don't matter how good a song is. If you don't know the lyrics, it's like, next song. You can't wait to hear a song you know all the lyrics to. Everybody's that way. And so when you can get a singable song, then you got a hit. Then people want to sing it, and that's what Maverick made songs people wanted to sing.
Facts.
And they made videos that looked like they was in the living room with you during the pandemic. Coming out of the pandemic, we had to come up with a new strategy of how to still invite people in. But all in all, Maverick took what they were doing in more so Christian worship music and brought it to gospel. You brought really well-developed songs, light production. Everybody say every Maverick song sound the same. So y'all sing them all. You know what I'm saying? Who cares that they all sound the same? You know, and there was some...
And they don't, but I get what you're saying.
There's some struggles in that for them as well because you are... these are still really talented artists.
Right.
You look at these artists, they know that they are... I don't want to say dumbing down, but they're pacifying their strengths. Chandler can sing circles around. You know what I'm saying? These people can sing. Hear Brandon Lake can sing like Chris Staples, they can sing like Justin Bieber. They can do it, but there's something in bridling that. Like really not going full go every time.
Yeah.
And then they didn't use BGVs, they used the choir. And the choir, they just took a different approach because the reality of what we were doing in gospel isn't what was permeating music at the time.
Right.
I look at consumption. People love to talk about number ones. If you talk about a radio number one in gospel, that's not a number one. Radio is not number one no more. You can't, if you look at the number one songs at radio and you combine the last 10 number one songs at radio, skip Chan, skip Kirk, they don't have 100,000 streams combined.
Jesus.
So having a number one at radio doesn't mean anything in gospel, not right now. And that's not a knock to gospel, that's a knock to us in supporting the infrastructure. So Maverick was able to get consumption. So you talk about, you go look at it today, and I'm gonna say something, most people not gonna believe this. Maverick City outstreams the entire gospel industry combined.
I believe that.
By themselves.
I believe that.
If you add up every other artist's streams and just compare it to Maverick City, they outstream everybody else combined. And what that is telling you is that clearly what they are doing is what people want to hear. Stop fighting the tide. People keep saying, we want choir music back. Choir music would have never died if people wanted to listen to it. We need to do more quartet. If people want to listen to quartet, it would still be a thing.
Wow.
You don't see, like, when people stop consuming something, they don't want it. You don't see, okay, there's nostalgic value like to a vinyl or to a Kodak camera, but at the end of the day, you still take most of your pictures on your phone.
Right.
You know, you go do the little thing, that's cool here and there, but you want that 8K picture.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying these things to say that there should have, the problem that happened was gospel should have embraced Maverick. They should have embraced it, made it their own, collaborated with them, done everything they could to see them go forward. The reason is, and they should have done everything to support and keep them together. This is why. It only benefited everybody else.
Facts.
It only benefited everybody else. The big tours you did, you get what I'm saying? The reunion is a result of Maverick touring.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that they were the fix-all. It was a lot that went into that. But what happened with Maverick was the opposite. Everybody hated on it. Nobody called it real. Everybody said it's this, that, it's this. And all that happened from that is you saw the subsequent genre die.
Woo.
That's it. Now, Monarch don't exist.
Facts.
Motown probably got 5 to 6 artists. RCA, I ain't signing nobody. So, where you gonna go, Malico? Like,
ain't no way I'm going to no Malico. They still owe me money.
So, I'm saying this to say,
trash.
We went from this hype and everybody having access and everybody putting out albums now to either you sign a Tribl or you're independent. And so, I say this to say it's like,
Jesus.
Maverick was an opportunity for gospel. It wasn't an opportunity for them. And you had people that were connected. It wasn't like I was out here like, oh, we ain't never gonna work with y'all. They reaching out. They trying to get people to come in. They trying to get people to come right. They trying to get people to be a part. They were reaching out with their hands wide open like, come do what y'all want. We need y'all help. And people thumbing their nose at them. Why?
Yeah.
It didn't make sense. I think in hindsight, now people will be like, oh, man. Hindsight always 20/20, but Maverick had to break the rules. It had to break the glass ceilings. If gospel had supported Maverick the way that, you would see a multitude of artists playing on CCM radio. And why CCM radio? CCM radio has more listenership than R&B, rhythmic, you name it.
Wow.
Brandon Lake's song, Hell Fought Hallelujah, debuted in the Hot 100. The song does probably 7 million streams a week. Go look at
7 million streams a week?
Go look at your biggest R&B artists and see how many streams they do. Maverick outstreamed every R&B artist, not SZA, Chris Brown, the who's who. You would be surprised how much consumption is. Forrest Frank album, debut week did 18 million streams.
Jesus.
18, no. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, something like that. No, and it does 12 million a week. Your best R&B artists don't do that. The biggest, the best, unless you going SZA, Breezy, that level. You talking about R.A. Lennox, no disrespect to R.A. Lennox, she doesn't do that. And these boys selling out arenas. Dolo, 14,000 people. And we acting like we don't got it here. We have it here, but we have to support the infrastructure to keep it here. You can't be hating.
Yeah.
So it's like I see stuff like, so we can talk about it. I see stuff like, boom, why there's not enough of a pie to be competing.
Facts.
So I don't try to compete. That's why you hit me, okay, cool. If it's an opportunity, let's do it. When we do that, we going out, we bringing in all these outsiders. All you doing is taking resources out of the funnel. You're taking resources out of the funnel. That's all that we're doing. So what Maverick attempted to do was show people if we come together, we collaborate, how amazing something could be. What I tried to show in touring, we come together, we collaborate, how amazing something could be. Instead of people appreciating it, it's like, oh, how can I find somebody to tour me that's not Norman? Oh my God, I'm so sick of him. La, 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 la. Why? What'd I do to you?
But put money in your pocket.
What'd I do to you? Like, what good is that? So you want to take from me, who was one of the last people investing in the space where you make money, so your next deal likely gonna be with me. So if you want one, so you doing everything you can to stop me from having the revenue to support the genre that nobody want to support no more?
Nobody.
That doesn't make any sense. That's why I always say to people, I don't even hold it against people no more. I say they just don't get it. They don't get it. You know who get it? White people get it. That's who get it. Jews get it. They get sticking together, building each other up. They get it. We instead want to compete. I don't want to compete with you. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm competing with myself. I have my own goal. I have the thing God has given me and shown me. You don't never hear me like come around like, oh, I gotta be bigger than so. I ain't never did that. Yeah. I came through, did my thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't knock Phil, I ain't knock EJ, they was at their own buildings. I just did my thing. I wasn't trying to sign the artists they was trying to sign. I was trying to sign Ty Galbraith. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first artists we signed that wasn't in Maverick. Because I was looking for something specific. Worship leaders that were at large churches that could sing vertical, that knew how to write, and that knew how to lead worship. That's Ty Galbraith.
Thanks.
I wasn't trying to go get, the next Christian R&B singer. Now we do that. Yeah. Now we do that. Now we are about volume. Because the market has become so depressed that I don't want gospel to die.
Right.
So I know I got on a tangent, but Maverick had to do it different. The way it was going, it wasn't working.
No, bro, you dropped so many bars that I believe that, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about this. Some of the same people, this is hilarious, and you know I'm telling the truth. Some of the same people that dogged you on Clubhouse,
of course,
dogged Maverick, said this, they have to come back around.
Of course.
They're now touring with you.
Of course.
Some of them are trying to be managed by you or on Tribl. It shows a level of, you didn't say, nah, you was messing with us then. It's like, no, let's go.
Of course.
Why was it that you were able to forgive, not hold that against them, and say, hey, you want to make money? You got something I got? Let's go.
It's in the Bible, man. They know not what they do, bro. They don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea. They dislike something because they don't know what it is. It ain't personal to me.
Yeah.
They don't like, it's always easier for us to see someone not like us successful. You know what I mean? I'm a 30-year-old young black dude from nowhere, Georgia, with no background in music. My parents ain't in music. I have no pedigree. I can't sing. I'm tone deaf. And I got more Grammys than most people you know. I say that to say it's a testament to God, His glory, His hand on my life, but also it's going to rub some people wrong. There's people in this genre who have been doing this forever. All they want is a Grammy.
Yeah.
That's all they want. So you come, and I'm not saying the Grammy made me something. I'm saying that to say people will dislike you for their reasons. Mm-hmm. They don't get it. And bro, anybody can come back. I always tell people, when it comes to business, I ain't got no enemies.
I know that's right.
I don't got no enemies. You could sue me tomorrow, and we can do a deal tomorrow, the next day. It's just, for me, when you're short-sighted and you bring emotion into business, you always lose. You always lose.
That's so good.
The person who's most emotional is gonna lose because they're gonna stand on points that are irrelevant. I will negotiate any point. It doesn't matter. I don't have to win. I don't have to win. I gotta make some money. I don't have to win. I got to make some money though. That's simple. So why not? I will work with anybody. But so many people dog me, man. People work for me that dog me. So many people talk junk about. They made it hard for me. I ain't never got nobody invested in my company.
Right.
I have no outside funding. Nobody backed it. I didn't have none of that. This is from the mud for real. You know what I mean? This is me, my credit cards, my wife, and a lot of good luck. Yeah. A lot of good luck, a lot of favor. I got a really good PPP too. Surely did. Surely did. Surely did. Surely did. Surely did. Trump, thank you for that one, bro. Surely did. Surely did. That thing that helped out during that pandemic. But, you know, like, for me, man, I will work with anybody. I say it all the time, man. I really believe that gospel is still overly fragmented. It's too many managers. There's too many artists that's independent that don't need to be. There's too many people releasing music that shouldn't. There's a lot of songwriters releasing music in gospel. They should be songwriters. Period. There's a lot of, Max Martin is one of the most brilliant songwriters of all time, probably worth nearly $1 billion. Man, I kissed the girl and now like, he made Roar, he wrote. Max Martin is one of the most brilliant writers ever. He don't make music, bro. He doesn't make music. I think that we get into, because it's for God, we think everybody should do it, you know? And making music isn't for everybody. Everybody's not meant to be an artist.
Right.
And so we have a oversaturation of music. Most of it's not good, respectfully. And people don't know how to market their music. And so when you have that, you get into a glut of what we see right now. There's apathy. I don't know how many people in here even listen to gospel music. You know what I'm saying? And this is it. This is just what it is. When y'all leave here, y'all gonna probably put on that new Drake album. You know what I'm saying? You probably gonna put, you may pop in some SZA. The Breezy's hot now. His tour going on. His tour going around. Breezy's still touring 11-11, man. Because great music lives, and when you make great music, it just go.
How have you fixed it? Well, how are you in the process of fixing it? Because you have cornered the market. You're making it hard, Norman. Okay, so you hired Field, Thornton, you hired Ron, got EJ, JJ's still there, you guys are y'all like the new Fab Five, right? Mm-hmm. It's like all these people were at different companies doing their thing, whatever. Mm-hmm. The phrase that you've coined, that collaboration always wins. Mm-hmm. How did you manifest it and say, hey, we're gonna make everybody have to come through here if they want to be relevant or if they want to, and then how did you do that? And is it working the way you dream?
Yeah, I'm a real CEO now. Ain't nobody calling me. I don't gotta go to work. It's a business now. Your business is a hobby until you don't have to wake up.
Ooh.
As long as you gotta wake up, it's a hobby. Period. Call it what you want. If you're the only operator, it's a hobby. I don't do no meetings. I don't talk to no artists. I don't have to do anything. If I, God forbid, die in a car accident, Tribl gonna keep going. It's a real business now. And so Phil, EJ, and Ron, a lot of people was like, why would you hire them? Like, why would you bring them in? Why would you partner with them? It's because I don't like yes men. Mm-hmm. I hate yes men. I don't need you to tell me what I'm good at. I know what I'm good at.
Right.
I need people that's gonna tell me where I'm weak. I need people that's gonna disagree with me. I need people that have different ideas about how things should go than I do. Because that's the only way you're gonna have a competitive edge. Inside of Google, they have competing teams on every product. So when you talk about the Google search engine, there's two competing teams that code against each other every day to see who's gonna come up with the best result. It's the only way you keep excellence. You can't have excellence where you have yes men. That's why, and I'm gonna say this, and it is what it is. When you have monoliths, you often have tyrants. A monolith is when everybody does the same thing. So us just saying, we Democrats. Okay, they're gonna stop caring about us. They don't gotta do nothing to keep our vote. If you are independent, who do they always go after? The independents. Yeah. What are the only states they care about? The swing states, the states where we don't know how they're gonna vote. You know why? Because those are the votes you have to earn. So when you bring together competing ideas, I hated the way they ran Motown. I hated the way they ran RCA.
Right.
I didn't agree with it. But if I bring that thought in and I can bring them onto the way I think, then maybe what my thought process is correct. If they could convert me to the way they think, then their thought process is correct. But you know what happened? At the end of the day, Tribl win.
Yeah.
If I leave them where they are, also, I'm competing on every deal.
Yeah.
If I want to sign Kirk, why do I want Kirk getting an offer from Phil, EJ, Ron, and me? And whoever else.
Right.
Right? Well, many people don't know this. Kirk was a free agent. He got 2 offers, from me and from another label. That's it. And he signed with me. And the way you do that is bringing people together.
That's so good.
Bringing people together, it allows you to have excellence in every vertical, every field. Because I see Phil doing this in TV family. Have you thought about that? See Ron doing it. Have you thought about it like this? I'm doing my thing. Have you thought about this? Now we got a cruise going up. That's all Phil. I wouldn't do no cruise. I thought cruises were stupid because I never been on a cruise. But I bring in this dope dude who got his own ideas. Now we doing cruises. We done 3 movies. So it's like, to have excellence, you must have collaboration. And I think a lot of times people see it as, oh, how they gonna give me attention? Well, the same way when we was in 3 different buildings, you had attention.
Facts.
You gonna have the same attention now. So, you know, even my brother, like, he used to it just being me. I said, bro, EJ gonna run with your project. EJ's excellent. I'm not sending you to people you don't respect also. I'm sending you to the greatest executives of this generation.
Yes.
And now we all in one building. So if you sign somewhere else, you're pretty much crazy. I put that on everything.
How you feel about independent artists? Like if they want to do it themselves and it's like, yo.
Most of them don't have the infrastructure or the money to do it themselves. So to be an independent artist, you need to have amazing socials. Amazing socials. Not good, amazing socials. If your socials suck, your music likely not gonna move far. Then you need a great broker, like a deal maker, someone that can get stuff done for you. And frankly, as we exist today in Christian and gospel, Walter could probably get something done for you. Outside of that,
God, don't, Norman.
outside of that, they're gonna need some help. Outside of that, they're gonna just end up at me or him regardless. Walter's the EVP over at Motown Records. RCA, I don't even know who worked there. I don't even think anybody works there anymore. I think it's all private. Then you got our team, who had, you know, so you basically saying, I don't want to work with the guys that have ushered in every breaking artist of the past 10 years.
Right.
What sense does that make? Besides Jonathan McReynolds, that was Walter.
Right.
But he was signed to Phil's label.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just like, that's what we're talking about. Like, we're looking at this, and I don't mean this to sound arrogant, but I did this way on purpose.
Yeah.
I had a vision that I wanted to see, and I wanted us to become inevitable. If you wanted something, you needed to contact us. I wanted it to be inevitable because that's how you get to quality control.
100%.
I want to be able to assist people that don't even know that they want or that they need my assistance.
Wow.
Or our assistance, shall I say. I wanted talented kid like Ty. When Ty signed with us, Ty to tell you he was pissed off. He called me one day, like, man, I don't like the way they talking to me. I said, Ty, if you don't like how your album come out, I'll waive the distribution fee and let you get out this contract. Ask him. I'll waive your distribution fee and let you get out this contract. And you don't have to pay me no money back.
Biggest album he ever had.
Biggest album he ever had. This next one gonna be bigger. He just did another deal, great deal. You think somebody doing the deals we doing? You crazy. Nobody doing the deals we doing. Because they can't.
Yeah.
And so, I really, if for the people that watch this or whatever, I really want them to understand, like, we ain't here to compete. We just here to provide access and opportunity. And not taking it, you just hurting yourself. You wasting your time. There's not multiple pathways to it. Not anymore. I don't believe so. I mean, I just seen the artist I used to work with, they released a single. It did 8,000 streams in a week. 8,000. 8,000. They signed to a major label. And you did 8,000 streams in a week.
Jesus.
8 in a week. The last song I released did 8,000 streams in the first 10 minutes. Yeah. They did 8,000 streams in a week. This is a Grammy-nominated artist. Major artist. Told you his name, you wouldn't believe it. 8,000 streams on his lead single. We can't have that, man.
Yeah.
We get that hurts the whole. When these tours get canceled, I don't want that. People probably think about Norman. Look, he probably sitting back laughing at us. Like, people be struggling on Twitter, like, don't tell Norman. Why not? You know I know how to tour. I don't take no solace in their shortcomings. It hurts the whole. If a gospel tour get canceled, that means the next time I pitch an idea, I got to get over the hump of that council tour.
Facts.
That means the next time I want to go and do a deal for a gospel artist, I got to get over the hump of that single not selling. It don't do me no benefit. You making music to glorify God. I want the most people to hear it possible.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people see me as competition when I'm not. I'm a tool God has placed in a genre for your benefit.
That's so good.
Only. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that can help, but bro, I can work in any genre of music. I literally can do whatever. So I guarantee, guys, being a gospel music executive was not on my dream job list. I can tell you that. Never thought about it, never desired it, never wanted it. This is him. So use it. Like, I'm here for him. That's also why I never close the door on people, because I know why he put me here.
I love that, bro. You spoke of vision, and you spoke of the vision about this thing. You had a vision, and it was massive, Norman. Like, it was the greatest vision that I had ever seen in this genre. When you did the Kingdom Tour with Maverick City and Kirk Franklin. Now, here's the crazy part about this. Maverick City did a tour here that I and Todd went to at State Farm Arena. I think it was like 2022, 2021. In 2021, I think it was. 2022. Sold out. Sold out. Like, there was no seats in the building. It was Maverick City, and Lecrae opened up for Maverick City. First of all, Lecrae was doing arenas by himself, 2018, 2019. And me and Todd was like, oh my God, this is a phenomenon, right? Then the word came out. Maverick's going on tour with Kirk Franklin, biggest gospel artist of all time, Kirk Franklin. And these new kids on the block that's taking the world by storm. You brought the perfect storm together. And we're doing arena tours. You said yes to letting me host. I appreciate it. That was my first major hosting gig. I saw almost over 500,000 people in a certain amount of time, bro. And I was able every night to had a front row seat of Black people, white people, all kind of people in arenas, young, old. I used to do this age check.
I know.
If you're in your 20s, make some noise. 30s, 40s, we would get some cities 90s. One lady, I think the oldest we got to was a 97-year-old lady. All age in one arena. What was the mindset, and how did you know this is gonna change the trajectory of what gospel is forever?
It was God, it was a vision, man. I seen worship in arenas. Kirk solved a lot of problems for Maverick, and I believe Maverick could solve some problems for him. I consider Kirk one of the most famous Christians in the world. You know, Joel Osteen, Kirk Franklin, T.D. Jakes. Kirk, you know, he can call the White House. Kirk can go on any television show. The thing Maverick was missing was that.
Yeah.
We were missing substantiation. So we are this anomaly. You the new kid on the block. You hot. It's like we needed the substantiation, the validity of the stamp from Kirk. And I believe that we would bring a new audience to him. And also, we could reinvigorate what I saw this genre, where the genre could go.
Gotcha.
And I thought his embracing of us would also create additional people also embracing the movement. So Kingdom for me was what it was. You know, we had an album. I say it.
Say it.
We had lost 3 of 4 Grammys the year before. And I had never seen Kirk lose a Grammy as well. So Kirk solved our awards problem. He solved our media problem. I believe we solved his audience problem.
100%.
Right? And so you basically are saying he would give us critical acclaim, and then we would give him what they call the streets back. You know what I'm saying? Because Maverick had the streets.
Right.
So we would give Kirk the streets back. And so that's the business mind of it. From when you look at it just from a straightforward mind, he was the biggest artist, they were the biggest artists going tour together. 1 + 1 got to equal 3. You know, so that's the biggest Christian tour of all time.
Of all time.
All time. None's bigger. Not even close to that. The 8 biggest shows ever are on that tour. Financially, I shall say. Probably not people. I think Elevation has done some more people in certain cities, but there's never been a tour that saw that many people in that time frame or grossed that amount.
Yo, man, you are absolutely incredible, man. Like, I wanted to make sure that I brought you here because I felt like it kills the misconception that people have about you because context changes everything.
Of course.
Most people will never have an opportunity to sit in a room with you, have a conversation with you, because you ain't gonna do it. You don't got time. And if it don't make sense, it don't make money. If it don't make money, it don't make sense for you. So it's like, but when you can have a platform, I think this is what gospel music has been missing for years, especially ever since there's no Bobby Jones, there's no celebration of the gospel, there's no Sunday best. We have no platforms, right? And I wanted to create this platform, and I know that you're gonna talk to me later because you're gonna take this thing and take it to the top. I already know that.
Got you.
So y'all heard that, team. But I wanted to create a platform because I believe that it's like, Norman ain't what I thought he was, or Norman is not what they said he was. And I always knew, bro, you're the person that may not take my call for something stupid, because like, I don't want nothing. But if I called you and said, I'm in trouble, I need you.
Absolutely.
You show up.
Absolutely.
I've seen you do it for people. I've seen you get people out of things that could have taken them to jail. I've seen you get people out of things that could have killed them. And because of your influence and your heart, you did it and was like, I got you. That's a different type of person. So when people only see the outside and they don't get a chance to hear and feel the inside of a person, man, I think it's a disservice to you. I want to run this game with you and I'm gonna get you out of here. This game is called This or That. One has to go. You can't keep one.
Okay.
I already know this answer. CCM or gospel?
What you mean? One of them gotta go?
One of them gotta go.
Gospel.
This is a good one. Shopping for clothes or shopping for jewelry?
Jewelry can go.
Jewelry can go. You and Ty got a shopping demon. Louis Vuitton or Tom Ford, or neither?
Okay. Am I saying what goes or what stay?
What goes?
Oh, Tom Ford goes.
Tom Ford goes. Because you Louis down. Okay, private jet or yacht?
Yeah, that's tough. Jet gotta go.
Jet gotta go.
Yacht fun, man.
I need to come to your yacht life.
Yacht fun, man.
Successful tour or successful album?
Successful album. Successful tour can go.
Successful tour can go. Music business or real estate? Could you do both?
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's the toughest one. Ugh. I would say music business.
Los Angeles or Miami?
Miami.
You like LA better?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe, gotta go.
Rest in peace, bro. I can't do it. You said it so harsh, like that man is here to defend himself. I love Kobe Bryant, bro.
Kobe gotta go. I'm the biggest LeBron fan in the world, man.
Y'all make some noise for Norman Gyamfi! Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy, Isaac Carree. And guess what? The Isaac Carree Show has gotten even better. We have our official Isaac Carree merch. Trust me, it's not just the look. It's a movement. We have hoodies, tees, hats, mugs, and so much more. You've been watching the show, and now it's time to wear the brand, rep the message, support the vision, and look good while you're doing it. So go ahead and grab your merch and let the world know you're a part of something special. The Isaac Carree Show is more than a show. It's a lifestyle. Shop now. Link below. Listen, y'all know I like to keep it sharp, clean, and classy on the Isaac Carree Show. So I got to give major shout-outs to my homeboy, Antar LeVar, the menswear line that had your boy looking right on a few episodes. Antar LeVar is where excellent meets elegance. The fit, impeccable. The details, next level. The confidence, automatic. If you're a man who knows his worth and wants to dress like it, Antar LeVar is the move, period. Big thank you to the team at Antar LeVar for keeping me suited, styled, and show ready. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you visit antarlevar.com and get fly like your boy.